Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I just got back from the hairdresser. I have the feeling that there's loose hairs, stray hairs all over my face. It's driving me crazy, but I want to film this and be done with it because today is going to be another hot day. So I'm back again in my orange dress. I think it's going to be a few videos in a row where I'm wearing the same dress because this is so nice and light and airy, so perfect for this weather. It's whatever, I'm just out and about around the house, so it's fine if I wear the same thing 3 or 4 days in a row. It's good. Today I have the update for Project No Pan Left Behind, where I try to I try to touch all of the eyeshadows that I have in my collection. We are officially halfway through the year, so let's go and check out my numbers for this month. There's been a bit of a change, but I'm excited to share this with you. So I will show you the spread of all of my eyeshadows and what it looked like last month, so you can see the different colors from the previous months. We had dark blue for January, then there's a pink for February, green for March, purple for April, and yellows for May. And then June is gonna be light blue. So I hope you're seeing right now that some of these are colored light blue. And if I've counted correctly, I'm not 100% sure because it is difficult. It's a lot of shadows, but if I count it correctly, this month I have used 84 eyeshadows. So I'm first gonna go through all of the palettes that I've completed this month. Actually, I want to start at the bottom, and there's a few that I touched on last month that I wanted to complete this month. The first one is the Aura and Out from ColourPop. I'm gonna hold it upright. I only needed to use these mint shadows and this white, and I did that in one look. So this is completed. Then the next one is the Zoeva Caramel Melange palette, and I needed to use 2 shadows out of here, I think. Let me check. Yeah, 2. So I only needed to use this orangey shadow and then this, what is this? A brown with golden glitters. So I used those. That one is complete. And then there's some palettes with some more shadows that I needed to complete. The first 2 are currently in my Project Level Up. This is the Give Me Glow Summer Vibes palette, and this is what it looked like. I had to use all of them except for this orange for this No Pan Left Behind. Of course, for Project Level Up I have to use this completely. The other one is the Beauty Bay Tropical palette. I had almost all of these shadows still that I had to use. You will see it on screen, but I completed that. Then let's see, I completed the Beauty Bay Nikki Tutorials palette. Now this one is on my chopping block because of this bulky packaging, but I did want to complete it No Pan Left Behind before I either declutter or depot these shadows. And the same goes for the Revolution Elf palette. This also is on my chopping block, so I'm not really sure if I want to keep that, but I wanted to complete No Pan Left Behind before making that decision, so that is also completed. And then I did the same for the Shrek X Revolution Lord Farquaad palette. I'm gonna hold it like this. That is the way it is on my spreadsheet. So I used all of these shadows as well. I think I did one look with this and it was done. And then the last one that I completed is the Beauty Bay Matte Hatter palette, and one of these shadows is in my Pan Those eyeshadows, so I decided to just make sure to use all of them at least once, and I did that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 palettes completed this month, which makes me very happy. I'm happy that I got the 2 first ones out because there were just a few shadows to use, so that's good. I'm happy that I got the first Beauty Bay Disney palette done. I have 4 more of this line and they are just neglected, so I'm very happy that the first one at least got done. And then I also added some palettes to my collection. I don't know if you could see in that spreadsheet. I tried my best to put them at the bottom. It looks a little bit wonky, but it's fine. So here's the overview of the new palettes. We have the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. I'm just going to show you all of the shades. I haven't used any of these. The ColourPop So Very Lovely palette. Oh, this is the front of that. The ColourPop Lush Life palette. The ColourPop Garden Variety palette. And the absolute star of the show, the ColourPop Twilight palette. Love it. So those are new in my collection. That is 68 eyeshadows added to this year to be used, but I'm pretty good on track. Is that a sentence? I'm on track, so I'm pretty confident that adding these shadows isn't really gonna hurt me in terms of completing No Pan Left Behind this year. So since we're halfway done, I have counted all of these shadows that still needed to be used, and I forgot how many, so I'm gonna count again, which is annoying. I think also I doubt I colored these in my spreadsheet. Gosh, I don't know. I will put on the screen how many shadows I've used completely this month, and then I will also put on the screen how many shadows I still have to use this year. So I know I counted it yesterday and I cannot remember the exact number, but if I continue in this pace, then I don't think it will be a problem for me to finish this year's No Pan Left Behind. There's some palettes that are definitely more like fall time, winter time palettes, and yes, it's getting more difficult because the choices of eyeshadows that haven't been used yet are limited, but I don't know. I don't see a problem. So I think we'll be fine. There is, however, one palette that I want to focus on the upcoming month, because it's kind of a mess in my spreadsheet. In my spreadsheet, there is mentioned the Glam Shop Colorum palette, and then a big palette with Glam Shop singles. And then I also have a tiny one with Glam Shop singles, but that's a newer one. So it's the Glam Shop Colorum and the Glam Shop singles. Now the Glam Shop Colorum, I have it here, was in this packaging, but I depotted the shadows out of there. I cannot hold this up because shadows will fall out. I depotted the shadows that were in here and I got rid of 4. So I have 3 left. And I eventually started to use this compact for my Glam Shop singles that were gonna accompany my Pana palette. So the big palette now looks like this with some shadows missing. So it's not the same as it is on my spreadsheet, and I just don't know which one I've used and which ones I haven't used yet. So I'm gonna make it my priority to just touch everything that is in this palette and then everything that is in this palette for my Pana palette roulette, so that I can just color in all of the Glam Shop squares, because I have no idea what shadow is what on my spreadsheet, and it's difficult to track because these shadows have moved around. So that's the plan. I'm just gonna try and use all of them regardless, or if I've used them already, I'm just gonna try and use all of them this month so that I can just color in those palettes and be done with it, because I just don't know what's going on. It's not making sense on my spreadsheet, and I just want it colored in and done. So that is what I'm gonna roll in. That's gonna be all, because there's quite a few shadows in that palette. Like, again, I don't know how many, but look at that. It's quite the collection. So I'm just gonna focus on this and use all of these shadows once at least, and that's gonna be my focus. Also, I'm probably gonna be playing around with some of the new ColourPop palettes that I just showed you, because I'm very excited to get to use those. I don't know if I will completely do No Pen Left Behind on the palettes already, but who knows. So that was it for this video. I'm gonna move away out of the sun that's coming in through this large window that I'm in front of. I'm gonna close the curtains and find the shade because it's hot. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in one of my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.